Hello, hello, hello. I am Mark A. Lyons, your reader for today, having a look at the path of true love for the month of July 2019 for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Taurus signs. So this is only my second one that I've done. I just did the Aries last night. I'm doing these in zodiacal order. So remember that as we do this, these are general readings. If this is not resonating with you, if it's not hitting with you intuitively, if it's not hitting you in some way that it's making not just intellectual sense, particularly for Taurus, but that if you feel something in the physical body, then, pay attention. But if it doesn't, remember that the collective unconscious is the collective of all humanity and all life. So that's what I'm tapping into. So sit back, chill for a little bit. I'm just clearing the cards, and we shall see what's going on for our Taurian friends. Now, if you would like a reading with me, I do things a little bit different than other readers on YouTube, considering this is really my first round doing this. I'm going to be doing these Path of True Love readings at least once a month for each of the 12 signs. And we'll see if other ones come in. But if you would like a reading from me, just look at the description below. All you have to do is go to my website, drawingthecircle.com, go to the store, and you will see there is an item that you can click on on my store called reading packages, or tarot packages. I'm pretty sure it's reading packages. And on that page, there's all my info on it. There's a video on there that I did a couple of years ago, 30 years in tarot, because I've been reading tarot for a very, very long time, as well as all the instructions you need. It's not that hard, of how to book a reading with me. And the way I work is you contact me and we book the reading first, then you can go pay for it on the website, because you can do it all from my website. You don't need a PayPal account or anything. We have Stripe, so it takes everything, essentially. So let's get down to business, shall we? All right. Since this is the first one of the day, it is a rainy Tuesday here on Long Island. The moon is actually in Aries. I wanted to start these when the moons are the moons. We only have one more. I wanted to start these when the moon was in Aries. So I was up till 4 a.m. fiddling and getting everything right. So now I have my foundation that I can do the rest of the signs with moving forward. So that being said, I ask my angels, my gods, and my masters to please be present. Well, I've been talking to you all morning long. But I ask you to please be present in this reading, that we can give clarity, guidance, and grace to the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Taurus signs for the Path of True Love for July 2019. So I'm on a baby. Oh, my angels. Here we go, Taurians. Here we go. All right, my angels, my angels, my angels. Can I please get to start off with? We will elucidate as we go, but just one card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Taurus signs, Path of True Love for the month of July 2019. Top of the deck. Oh, self-acceptance. All right, self-acceptance. And remember, this is the Doreen Virtue. This is the Healing Oracle deck. I've had this one for so long I sort of forget. So that's how I communicate with my angels in these readings, of which there are legions. And I am a Urielite angel. If you look at the different archangelic families as groups of higher selves, groups, sounds like it's a small dinner party, and we're talking like millions and billions of higher selves, then I am in alignment with Archangel Uriel, or you could say that my higher self belongs to the Urielite legions. We're the archangels, the angels of the north. So with these are Daughters of the Moon by Fiona Morgan. This is my favorite deck. I've been reading with it since I'm 19 years old, because my friend Ellen read me at a party with them, and I ran right out and bought them. This is obviously not the same deck. Those other ones I still have, but yeah, they're black and white. So, okay, so to my gods, I work with my gods. This is how I communicate with my gods, through tarots with this deck. So for my gods, Oh my God, I can feel you so close. Can you please give us one card for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Taurus signs for the month of July 2019 on the path. Oh, a true love. Here we go. Oh, Temperance. Temperance. Now, I really like this card of Temperance because she's juggling or balancing, I could say, fire and water, desire and emotion, which makes sense with self-acceptance, particularly if what you want and what you feel about it are in opposition. Bringing those together. I actually see those two a lot together. Because we're in the world right now, it seems very much that we are in a one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. It's like we want to, but what the hell's going on in the world? And I was going to do that, but oh my God, did you see that just happen? Right? So a lot of that gas brake, and particularly in a realm so spiritually and emotionally attuned as the path of true love. Yeah, that can be a little stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. Now, people have asked me to define what's the difference between, you know, a true love partner or a twin flame or a soulmate. Writing a book on it. And if you'd like an intro sample copy, go to my website, drawingthecircle.com. Pretty much on every page, there's a thing where you can sign up to my constant contact mailing list and get a free mini ebook of the Path of True Love. All right, so this deck is for my masters. Oh, that word is, the phrase Ascended Masters really makes my New York Virgo eclectic, which a little like Ascended Masters, right? It sounds like a country club, but they're not. They're wonderful. They're beings that have already graduated Earth School, spiritually fulfilled their curriculums, and many of them have come back in physical form. For all you know, you might be one, and you know you're under time release memory mechanism. But you know what? You can investigate that all yourself. Oh, let's see if that card comes back. All right. So from my masters, there you are. You know, as soon as I tune to them, it's literally like in your car tuning to a radio station. Doing this. When I was your age, we used to do this with the knob. And my masters pretty much are always fun. Always making me laugh. Probably because I make them laugh. So my masters, can please get one card for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Taurus signs for Path of True Love for the month of July. 2019. Almost had a jumper. Okay. My masters, just one for them. This one they want. Ooh. No, you did get two. I usually don't take them, but these two in particular are a little hotsy-totsy. The thing about this deck, this is the Love. Come here. This is the Love Pack by Chuck Spezzano. I'm going to do these for all of the initial 12 readings that I'm doing so that people can kind of get what these decks are, and I won't be doing this every single reading. This is a very Course in Miracles based deck, which is why I use it for in readings in general. The thing is that this deck has what I call womp womp cards. Because already you'd be like, oh my God, self-acceptance of balance and temperance and discipline, and I'm doing that, I'm embracing, I'm loving what rises. And then here comes the womp womp card, holding on. I don't know if you can see that. You know, I take pictures of these and add them into the video edit later, so you'll get better looks at those as I go along. But you got two on this one, so you'd be like, holding on, oh no, so I have to accept that I'm holding on and bring that into balance, but you're bringing it into balance with irresistibility. So what does that say? Well, what I'm getting here is that there's something that you're very much holding on to that is very irresistible. And it's sort of like, here's the word that the masters are giving me, and we'll clarify these, is that this is a balance of desire and dignity. That it is very easy to hemorrhage your dignity when you are holding on to someone, something, and it's not about breaking all attachment, never speaking to them ever again necessarily. That's not necessarily the balance you're looking for, but it's surrendering outcome, surrendering attachment to the outcome. Look, we all have attachments, right? We all have things that we want. We all have things that we hope will happen, and we all have things that we hope won't. Those are attachments. But the thing about that kind of hope is that you notice the more you hope for things, Taurus, the more they don't happen, and the more that you hope things don't happen, they do. You could say that's some law of attraction stuff there. But what we're talking about here is like all of that's fine for where you are right now because it's all about self-acceptance. Let's not forget this card of self-acceptance. You know, the angels paint in broad strokes. So they're saying just overall for the month of July, Path of True Love, that this is about self-acceptance and balancing that, which means that you're really balancing this idea of holding on to attachment, which even though this is an earth sign we're talking about, Taurus, and be very stubborn and fixed earth. Here I was doing Leo, but no, Taurus, right? I don't know what noises bulls make, although I've dated plenty of Taurians. It absolutely, this feels more like a mental emotional holding on, which means it's probably not about the person, the place, the thing, the circumstance that you're thinking this is about, that this is probably more about the past because it's so irresistible. Look, when we're irresistibly drawn to someone, I don't know what that's like. I am the irresistible force. I tend to be in relationships with men. I'm gay, by the way, if you didn't know. Go to Costco, pick up a new gaydar, if you didn't. I tend to attract and be attracted, irresistibly attracted to men who are immovable objects. I'm the irresistible force. They are the immovable object. You can see the complementary implosion of duality when that's brought together, right? It's like this other, you have synthesis, antithesis, and together synthesis. So I get that irresistibility, that pulled like a magnet. Oh, it's so romantic. Oh, I'm drawn to you like a magnet. But when that irresistibility has attachment to it, the mind can kick in and write all these different scenarios, outcomes, what ifs. What if, and you know, what if can go either way. It could be, what if there's a kitty about to run upstairs? That's my Balthazar. I have 3 black cats. If you are unfamiliar with my channel and unfamiliar with my work and my life, I have 3 black cats, 3 boys, Sebastian, Balthazar, and Melchior. And Melchior is my Taurus kitty. So my Taurus cat, stubborn little fucker. I love him. So you can get that. You can be very stubborn, holding on. This does feel more psychological, mental, emotional, though, than an actual physical, tangible. So let's get some extra cards on here. Now let's start with the angels. All right, my angels, can you give us a clarifier for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Taurus signs on the path of true love for the month of July 2019? There you are. I can feel you. This is the one. With music. Now, the thing about the card of music, as this one pops up, oh, they're saying pick one more. Yes, my angels, I'll take one more. I'll take one of my new beginnings. All right. So the thing about the card of music, by the way, I'll hold up that card, new beginning, and here is music. The thing about the card of music, I find it a very abstract thing. So many different types of music and now ways of listening to it, right? The thing about a song is, particularly any piece of music, is that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Usually it starts off, crescendos, and then boom, goes that. So this is a temporary thing, but music is vibrational. So it's sort of like the angels are saying there's a new beginning to this, but that you really have to go into the place of self-acceptance. It's like you're going to sing this song for yourself. Hum this tune, if you will. Name that tune, if you will, about self-acceptance, of kind of getting that this process of temperance, which is, you know, sort of like juggling and balancing things. Temperance has a lot to do with discipline, right? Discipline. Let me balance, let me temper my attachments. I have to accept that I have them. That there is this child inside of me that wants this if it has to kill and burn down the village to get. Boy, that sounds like Taurus, except it would huck rocks, not burn it down. That would be Leo. So that there is this beginning phase for you for this month, a whole new beginning. Perhaps someone has walked in, or perhaps somebody from the past has walked back in. In fact, let's have a look at that. My gods, with this Temperance card, can I get 2 for Taurus Sun Moon Rising? Yeah, it was more than 2. If it was just 2 that popped out, I would have taken it. Taurus Moon Rising, Venus in Taurus for the path of true love. Just some clarifiers here for the month. Here we go, of July. So we've got Scorpio in conflict. So now this may, yes, be with a Scorpio. That is the goddess Hecate, the Crone of Cups. And with that, we have the Four of Flames, which in this deck is conflict. Now, I will take a picture of this card in particular for the edit before I upload this. Because the thing with that Four of Flames, which would be Four of Wands, usually in the Rider-Waite Tarot and variations on that theme, you think of Four of Wands as those 4, you know, like the marriage tent, the marriage canopy, right? But in this deck in particular, there are 2 archers shooting at each other. No one's going to win that one. And it looks like the flame is coming from 2 different directions. But if you look, there's only one dragon. And I can't help it with the reflection on the cards because it is pouring rain here on Long Island today. So I have to use all internal lighting. So it's kind of coming at me that way because we can't not be well lit. Right, Taurus? It's not possible. So what we're looking here is this Temperance is about a very, very strong Scorpio crossroads, sort of like want, deep, totally illogical. Don't even try and think your way out of it. You've got to love your way out of this. You've got to, that there's something tuning to this. Yeah, it's past life for some of you. For some of you, it's just that thing of it's always close but no cigar. So there is this tenacity there that is a very Scorpionic tenacity. In other words, you're not telling anybody about this. Maybe you confess to one person about this, but there's a little bit of a white knuckle feeling to this, but the conflict of it all, that perhaps they are with somebody else. I can pull some other cards to check that as well. Or perhaps it's, again, this feeling, maybe it's a question of dignity. Perhaps the situation itself is one where you believe in order to get what you want, you have to hemorrhage or sacrifice your own dignity. And the thing is about healing and dignity, a very strong connection between those 2 things. There's no way around this, that though our dignity has been stolen again and again and again and again from people, places, and things throughout our entire lifetime, and that's horrible, and I'm so sorry if your dignity was ever stolen. I just don't know anybody who hasn't experienced that. It's a very isolating experience, though, right? So as horrible as that is, that our own dignity has been stolen, nowhere near as horrific when we begin to realize that we have hemorrhaged a lot of it away ourselves. We've just handed it off, given it away, thrown it at people, believing that that would get us what we want. So that maybe does feel like that there's a real strong tendency to do this in this one because it's something you've done before, particularly because Taurus, particularly if you have Venus in Taurus, is one of always wanting to give, right? This fixed earth of, here, want a cookie? That Taurians have really 2 speeds. Stop, the bull, paw on the ground, and not even go. Charge, right? Coming right at you. Toro, right? So it feels like you are stuck between stock and charge, right, on this one. So you're very much like wanting to give here, but it feels like there's a hook in it. It feels like that's where the dignity is getting lost in this situation. If this is something you do, this is people pleasing in a way. But there's a way to serve, there is a way to give without hemorrhaging our personal dignity, because their dignity, really, you can't lose it. It's part of the divinity of who you are. Dignity is of the soul and of the spirit. And yes, certainly when that's in alignment with a human experience, it's a beautiful thing. We've all met people who are dignified. Doesn't matter how much money they have or what social class strata they're in or any of that. So it feels like, be careful with that, Taurus. Really, instead, perhaps step back, go into temperance, slow your fucking roll, pull it back, and know that there's nothing wrong with that desire that you have, because it is irresistible. You know, the gods, the angels, and the masters throw things at us that they know are irresistible to us to pull us forward on the path. But that doesn't mean we're always going to get what we want. But perhaps this is about surrendering the attachments of holding on, which tend to be more about the mental and the emotional. Now, I said I was going to check this. Now, I'm going to cross deck here. I do this all the time when I read my clients. Usually I spend a good hour with my clients, whether I'm reading them face-to-face. I still make house calls on Long Island. I'll go Manhattan and Montauk. But usually it's done like this. And I prefer to use Facebook Messenger, by the way. So yeah, you find me on Facebook, because isn't it federal law? You have to be on Facebook now. And it's just an easier way to do the reading, and it's more of a conversation. I don't want to do these readings one-on-one with people where I tape them and send them to them. It just doesn't feel right. This feels way more organic. And then, of course, you can always save the reading on your Facebook. So masters, so we can kind of wrap this puppy up. I did get this feeling that there's a little bit of something a little forbidden in this irresistibility. Can you give me a card? They're saying put that one back in. Can you give me a card to clarify part of what this conflict is? Particularly a Scorpio conflict with temperance can be something hidden, perhaps not hidden to you. You may know the dealio, but it seems like it's hidden from everybody else's knowledge or awareness. So, oh, top card, here we go. Specialness. Oy, specialness. I didn't even see that. I'll post a picture of it as well. When we've got specialness there, and I'm putting that in between the Hecate and conflict cards, it's saying that the conflict is that this person is so special. Of Course in Miracles says special means separate. What you're looking, what you're really drawn to is not that they're special, you don't know this, but that it's holy. A special relationship can manifest itself as a special love or a special hate. Now, Marianne Williamson, I know she's running for president. I'm apolitical when I work like this. But it was in a talk she did, my God, but it's got to be at least 20 years ago, where she said the special relationships in your life, it's sort of like, the people that are going to trigger you the most, I'll put it this way, the people who are going to bring up shit for you are your special relationships. Those are the ones that fly under the radar. And they're special love and special hate. Well, special hate is easy. It's those people that are more evil than anybody else on planet Earth, must be evil and destroyed. If we can get a Capricorn sister and a Virgo sister to please hold down this person so I can Taurian stampede over them, that would be lovely. Special hate's easy, right? It's the dictators of the world. It's the tyrants of the world. It's the abusers of the world. But a special love relationship is in some ways harder because you believe it's so about love. So the two types of people that tend to trigger you and bring your shit up are the tyrants of the world and whoever it is you happen to be sleeping with or in love with. Right? So this is serving a purpose, but you have to get that this is not someone special for me, that this is an opportunity for what the Course in Miracles calls a holy relationship, which is to surrender the relationship to spirit. Now that sounds like giving up. That's not spirit. Spiritual surrender is, okay, there's a plan, there's a lesson, there's something going on here that I have no idea about, but may it serve a purpose. Don't give me reason. Reason is of the mind. No, 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 no. Help me see the purpose of this, that I can fulfill my purpose in the divine plan here, that this relationship, this true love path that I'm on, whatever's going on here that I have to balance, it's scheduled. It's time for me to do that. So rather than see this as a special relationship, Can you give this to me as a holy relationship? And they're saying, they're saying pull another card here for resolution, tenderness. That for you to be very tender with yourself and with this other person, meaning no stampeding, no drawing and quartering, no pins and poppets at midnight, my earthy witch sisters and brothers out there. Cool. So what we're looking at here for Taurus, Ascend, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Taurus signs for the Path of True Love for July 2019 is definitely an interesting balance. I think that this is sort of like a key card. Often in a reading, there'll be like one card that jumps out to say, this is the tea, and it just spilled across my table, right? That where you are for this month, and take your time. This is not like, quick, let's do this in the first week so I can get to the next stage. Slow your roll, Taurus. Let me really get that there are some conflicts going on here, that this is a new beginning for me, maybe not in this relationship, but a new beginning for me on the path of true love. Not that you're starting the path of true love takes lifetimes to set up. Go read the mini sample ebook. And that there's a musical thing here. Let's just go with this song. Let's let the music play. And no outcome is shown here. The path of true love, the ultimate outcome is unity consciousness, fully embodied, heaven on earth, body fucking blah, blah, blah. Where Taurus just wants their stuff touched, or to touch stuff. Tough touch. Mercury's not retrograde yet. Let's get these done. So hang in there. Not holding on, hang in there. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind with yourself. That this is about bringing yourself into balance through the self-love of self-acceptance, which is nothing more than when the desire rises, when the fear rises, when the love rises, you just talk to yourself from the point of view of the higher self or the soul. You can fake it till you make it, in this sense, and you go, it's okay. It's okay to want that. It's okay to hold on to that. The reason why we don't say it's okay to that stuff is because we believe then we will act on that and we will obsess more. But there's something about self-acceptance from that place. Instead of saying, I accept that I want to rip her fucking face off. No, it's okay. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay I feel that way. So like, think of this stampeding bull child inside of you that wants what it wants, and it will mow down anyone, or it's not gonna love anybody ever again. It's okay to feel that way, sweetheart. It's okay. And the human reason why we don't do that more often is because underneath that there are tears that have nothing to do with the current situation, but that very, 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 very may well be from the past, other lives, bloody fucking blah, blah, blah. But as we say, it's okay, it's okay. We're not going to act on this. We're not going to key their car. So then you become like the guardian angel of this child in your heart, this raging 5-year-old. It's okay, honey. I love you. I love you. Yeah, you got to touch a Scorpio in you today, baby. I can feel you and I love you, and we'll get through this, and I'm here. And no matter what happens in this situation, I'm not going anywhere. I love you, sweetheart. Got it, my Taurians? I love you. Please, please, since this is new, that I'm doing this here, it's a lot of fun for me. I've got the grace of chiacchiero on. Any Italians on there should know what I'm talking about. So please like, subscribe, and share. I'll be doing more of these as we go along. Just doing the Path of True Love readings. I'm going to be doing those probably every month, but you never know what else the gods will throw at me. Cool, cool. So for now, I love you, my Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Taurus signs, and I wish you a truly blessed Path of True Love for the month of July 2019. Chowsy, Mick, wowsy, love ya. Blessed be.